Hey everyone, Tye Bate here from 230 Media. Today I'm here with Lamia from Dental and Me. She's doing many things in the dental industry, and today I thought it would be awesome to connect. And we had a conversation last week and it was really valuable, and I thought, okay, well, let's actually record this and put it out there for everyone so that they can get some tips and advice. So tell everyone a little bit about what you do and your story.
I've been in the dentistry field now for nearly 10 years. So my career started as a trainee dental nurse. So I started at a fully private practice, wanted to gain a bit more experience within the dental field. So I then moved over to a mixed NHS and private practice, where I finished my dental nursing sort of qualification, gained experience in sort of the more specialist services like implants, oral surgery, orthodontics, also liked that sort of patient-focused side of it as well. So did a lot of work on reception. We then opened up our second practice, to which I had the privilege of helping with the setup and the opening. So that went from being a one surgery, fully NHS practice, open 4 days a week. We then took it over, did a full practice refurbishment, added 2 more surgeries in, as well as the mixture of both NHS and private services too. We opened that 5 days a week, and it took off really well. Patients were happy because they were never offered even simple services like white fillings or teeth whitening. So it was a success, to say the least. From there, I wanted to progress, so I became a treatment coordinator at a specialist orthodontic practice in Nottingham. Really enjoyed the role. It was nice to be part of a patient-focused sort of role. Patients that wanted to come in and actually be in a dental practice setting because they were either unhappy about their teeth, their smile. They wanted to change, obviously, day-to-day functionality for them. So taking them through a journey from obviously inquiry to sort of long-term care was really rewarding. Seeing their reactions when they had completed treatment, obviously it was nice. Sometimes it could have been quite emotional.
Yes, for sure.
Shed a tear, to say the least. But it was nice. They were very grateful, very thankful. So yeah, definitely that side of my dental career was nice. Again, I wanted to progress. For me, progression is something that I'm hugely passionate about. So I then started my practice management journey. So I've done multi-site management, I've done single practice management, both very challenging in different ways. Obviously the multi-site management was for an independent practice, but the principal just had 4 different sites. So between the 4 sites, obviously there was a couple of practices that only had 2 surgeries, but then the other 2 had 5 surgeries. So yeah, day to day, it kept me very busy.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted more, so I joined the corporate world. So I joined a small group called Riverdale Healthcare. We now have 63 practices across the UK, mainly ranging from sort of Newcastle down to Cambridge. Managed a practice in North Leicestershire for 18 months with Riverdale before I progressed within my role now, which is service development manager. So yeah, day to day, my role now is very varied. It's very different. I'm on the road most days of the week, visiting practices with different sort of key focus areas. These areas can be anything to do with the intraoral scanners. So I'm in charge of overseeing them, implementing new scanners into practices that don't have them or want additional scanners. I do all the team training on the scanners. So simply how to use a scanner, how to get the most out of the scanner, and what sort of engagement apps and tools can we use to maximize the patient experience, but also the scanner itself. I look after, coach and develop all of the treatment coordinators that we have within the business. So any newbies that come through externally, I'll sit down with them for a good week or so, going through like a full intense TCO crash course, if you like, making sure that they understand the role, their daily responsibilities, what their role could look like day to day, and supporting them long term, and then just having regular check-ins, on-site visits, how can we develop, how can we support you moving forward, etc. And then any sort of service integration or implementation that a practice wants, or that the business is also looking at as well.
And you're a 3Shape ambassador, aren't you, in terms of scanning? Yep. Last week when we spoke, you were mentioning there was that one piece of advice that makes sort of people's eyebrows raise when learning from you in terms of scanning, etc. And you had a really good piece of advice. Share that with the audience.
I think a lot of people see an intraoral scanner as an impression replacement, and it's a lot more than that. You know, there's patient education tools in there, you know, there's team engagement with it as well. I think once the team kind of understand and get their head around what this piece of equipment actually can do and what it's capable of, it will open up the team's minds a lot more, but they'll be more sort of proactive and wanting to use this piece of equipment. They'll be more inclined to pick it up, and if anything, really and truly, they will forget about their impression materials in the surgery. And as well, it's nice to have that patient engagement. We can take the scan with them, watching the scan appear on the screen right in front of them. They're engaged, they're involved from that first scan appointment. Patients don't see their teeth from that sort of perspective. It's very rare that someone would walk up to a mirror, pull all of their soft tissues out the way and start having a look in their mouth, whereas this is something completely different, and it's a visual representation of what they've got, and it's a conversation starter, it's an eye-opener for patients, and ultimately with the different engagement apps and tools that we've got, like Treatment Simulator or Smile Design, they're very much involved with their own treatment planning, and they can say, actually, I don't like this is what I would change, let's have a play around and see what we could do to get, or at least work towards a result.
And 3Shape, I think they just released that like a new platform, didn't they? Like a new
DX Plus.
Yeah, that's it. And that's how's that been in terms of reducing chair time and I guess improving like efficiency overall?
I would say it's good. I mean, there are different sort of ways, processes and systems that you can put into place to reduce chair time. I think one of the key things for me and what I've done within the group is, if you have got a dedicated scanner nurse or a treatment coordinator, utilize them.
Yes,
As well, for those sites that don't have a TCO, I like to implement the treatment coordination process itself. So another thing what we've done is we've created like scanner diaries on the PMS. So essentially it's another column on the diary, and we're getting reception to book ahead into the scanner diary. So it's an incentive to people, obviously, to get them to use the scanner diary. We're efficiently using the scanner diary, and we're avoiding sort of any double bookings and clashings. So over time, every day, that scanner diary, in theory, should be full.
I'm guessing for a principal dentist that's trying to grow their practice, let's say they've only got, 2-3 chairs, and they're thinking, I have to scan, I have to do everything. If they can delegate the scan to the nurse, then they can quickly duck off and take a phone call or two whilst the nurse takes charge of the scanning. That saves them that time, and then they can work on their business, essentially.
Ultimately, it's saving the dentist time. They can focus on other things like writing their clinical notes. And really then this is an opportunity for our dental nurses to upskill.
Yes.
And almost progress in a way, because it's something new for them. They can have full control over this. And essentially, if you have got a scanner clinic, scanner diary, or a scanner nurse, they then have their own list of patients that they're able to see and scan.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Because obviously your career trajectory has been like very amazing in terms of where you've started to where you are now and where you're planning to head. The mindset from like day dot, like did you go in saying, right, I have a goal, this is exactly what I want, or did it come over time as you started working in the industry?
Yes, it definitely came over time.
Okay,
funny story, actually. I would say my dental interest came along from a very young age. So I went through some dental trauma. I got hit in the face.
Oh, right, yeah.
Lost half of one of my front teeth. Root was exposed immediately.
Wow.
Got infected. I had to go through a root canal and poor build-up straight away.
Wow.
So I think I was 8 years old when that happened. So that was quite a traumatic experience.
For sure, yeah.
And then I believe I reached the age of 12 or 13. I then went through the orthodontic treatment process. And from that moment, that's when I sort of took a keen interest. And I thought, actually, I quite like this side of dentistry. I was always quite fearful of going to the dentist as a child, and thankfully, touch wood, to this day, apart from the one root canal crown tooth, I've never had any fillings. But I think that's also because I was quite on top of it. My parents were on top of making sure that my oral hygiene was spot on. But also going through the orthodontic side of things, it's a completely different environment. You've not got drills and forceps and luxators coming at you. It is literally just you going through your bond up, and then every 6 to 8 weeks we're just changing the wires, maybe adding a bracket here and there, and you get nice coloured rings at the end of it as well. So no, that was really, really nice, and that's when I sort of started to think, actually, I quite like this. And I'm quite a caring person anyway, so for me, helping people, caring for people, that was always something that I thrived myself on being quite good at. So the plan long term was actually go to university and become an orthodontist.
Wow, okay, cool.
I didn't get the grades for it, so I thought, okay, how is another way then I could get into dentistry? Dental nurse. I looked up apprenticeships, and there was an apprenticeship going for a dental nurse. So I did 1 year on at sixth form, decided actually, no, this isn't for me, and I jumped into the apprenticeship. It wasn't until I then jumped into the industry, started working as a dental nurse, and thought, maybe not.
There must be more to this.
Dental nursing, don't get me wrong, it's great. It's a great career path. It's a great starter to get you in the industry.
For sure.
But dentistry is such a minefield, and there's a lot of branches and avenues that you can go down. And again, one of my personality traits is leadership. And that was always kind of the route and the path that I wanted to sort of go down. So I spent a lot of time clinically working, but after sort of 5 to 6 years, I thought, I want more.
Fair enough.
I know I can do more.
It's funny you mentioned, because even on my side, like I had a lot of dental work when I was young. My molars, the dentist explained that they were like 80-year-old molars, and I think I was only 8 at the time, so they're just crumbly and falling apart. I had to have a bit of surgery, oral surgery, to get it all fixed up. And I just find it funny that a lot of the people I've met in dentistry that work in the industry have also had some sort of dental trauma or dental work when they're young, and then now they're in the industry and they're looking at it every single day. It's just an interesting arc, isn't it?
It works.
A superhero arc, maybe. Very interesting. I've really enjoyed this chat, and to everyone out there, just tell them where they can connect with you on socials, etc., if they want to have a conversation.
Definitely. So my Instagram platform is @dental&me. Obviously, my LinkedIn is just my name, which is Lamia Murray. And then Facebook, again, I have got a Dental & Me page. I have got a website, so if you do want to get in touch, or if you have sort of any business inquiries, reach out to me at dentalandme.co.uk.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that, Lamia. Really appreciate it.